Hey there, beloved Ascension Pioneers. I want to talk about a very deep subject right now. Deep, deep. Delve deep into the realms of unconditional love, of twin flame love, of heartbreaks, of just loving, pure love. And I want to share a little bit of more personal experience of mine because I feel it can really benefit those who are also on this path and experiencing some of their own difficulties, which are not really difficulties at all. When we are aware enough, we can get through everything and so fast, like I did in my case. And when we not just see but also feel the higher truth, because you have to feel it, we all are in our minds because they're so open up to the greater awareness, and we know things, but we need to feel them too when it's hard, and we don't always see how to embody that, don't always know, but it's a process and we need to give ourselves time. But basically what I want to talk about is relationships, because like so many astrologers now say, that's going to be challenging not just till the end of this year. We have major squares and everything and the alignments that will cause many stirs, especially in relationships, because relationships are our best and most humblest teacher, and they show us where we still have these insecurities, wounds, where we can still show much grief, sorrow, pain, and where we need to heal, basically. And not just that the astrologers say that, and they say not just this year, but also 2013 and up to 2014, there will be some major tribulation times ahead. And some people are paving the way faster, getting through their initiations, and some are not there yet, and will have to go through a lot of the roller coaster rides a bit later. But it doesn't matter, because we're each on this timeline that is our own, and it's perfect, and it's not a competition, it's a journey, and it's always lived right here now, focused on the present moment. But I really want to speak about the how we deal with these heartbreaks and wounds and our deep emotional side, because not a lot of the people can handle their emotional body. And do know that when you don't have the control and don't own power over your own emotional side, you can be easily manipulated. You can be easily swayed into illusions and things that really don't serve you from your highest perspective on your soul level, because your soul knows more than just that. Before I start, I just want to mention that I feel this is really important, because lately I've seen this happening all over the world. I've seen there was, for instance, there was this couple, they were very public with their relationship, and then they break up, they ended their marriage, and the woman was so brave, and she announced it. She was so brave, like a true lioness, and she put her heart out there. And even though some people might not understand this, some people share more personal lives, some share less. We cannot judge, because we have a different purpose, and some serve with something, while some people serve with something else, but we all serve, remember that. And when you give your heart and open it up so publicly, it's such a brave act, I think. And this was not the only example. There was this other example I've heard of happening here in Slovenia, when this woman also had to end her marriage like this, because what is happening now, the male side is, a lot of the times it's the male side, they're just closing up, because a lot of the male population, got you guys, they have not yet done declaring, they have not yet faced their crap. You have to eat your crap first, before you can move on, and before you can truly accept the descent of your spirit and matter. And a lot of these people have the experiences as such when they need to finally start doing the work. And that's why they're going to be, shown through the mirror of others. Usually it's us Ascension Pioneers who get to drag them along up the ladder to a higher vibration. And a lot of the times this high vibration on our highest vortex space will cause them to finally face their fears, face their shadow self, because a lot of the people were in denial. A lot of the people were thinking that all is love, it's all good, and speak about love. But in actual love and action, love embodiment, they have not yet that figured out or mastered or anything as such. So basically, what is love? First of all, love is truth. And truth is all the divine attributes and qualities. For instance, love is courage. Love is sincerity, honesty, integrity mostly. And love is all of those attributes. And if you speak about love and you cannot show that in action, it's not love. Love, when these actions are not shown, is basically by most considered an emotion. You say I love you to someone and you have that heart yearning for someone and you think it's coming from the heart. But when some situations are presented to you and you react a certain way, or you move away, you remove yourself, you don't communicate, you don't do things as such, basically what you are, you're running away. And you're not running away from the other person, you're running away from yourself, from life, from facing life. You're running away from surrendering to all life as it is. And eventually your tail will come and haunt you. You will have to keep chasing your tail. You cannot skip this step in your evolutionary progress, because we cannot just jump ahead and think, okay, this will pass, you know. No, you'll eventually have to do the work. So there was a lot of these things, and a lot of us were triggers for such people. We had to, for instance, for me, it was a lot of the people in my journey who were like that, were very emotionally closed up, a lot of repression, a lot of non yet really embodying of that state. A lot of them were not even awake and who they truly are. They were in deep beliefs and thought patterns that thought that was them, but they were so deeply rooted that it's not even them. They don't even know, because it's such a deep root. So a lot of us on this path has had relationships that ended in a bad way, or maybe in a good way, but you kind of left a sorrow in you, or some people say sour taste in your mouth. And we've all been hurt before. And I am addressing mostly Ascension Pioneers in this video, because we were in this path a lot of the times to help others heal through us, through that mirror, to help them raise the vibration. But of course, you might have thought, oh, but how did I serve them if they're in such fear mode? Because I oftentimes asked myself the same way, and I thought I didn't do anything for them. But basically, we do, because we kind of cause them to finally open up. We finally cause them to start shifting in a new way, to start facing things, you know, because path of ascension is path of owning your own vibration. And once you are in this path of that you're aware of it, you have to own your vibration. You're only responsible for your own vibration. So my beloved Ascension Pioneers, I'm one of the brave ones here, because I've went through so many things, and especially now, there was a huge challenging time for me as well. And I just had to deal with it. I just had to see the truth of situation, and how I was in that mode again when something that kept happening to me still happened in a way, because it needed to. Not just for the growth of another, but also especially for me to be the fuller me. We each time we serve one another, and we can even become greater Ascension Pioneers, and even more empowered, and even more attuned to our purpose and why we are here. But because we have had a lot of this, because we're also healers. I'm also a healer. I'm not just a messenger, a communicator. And a lot of the times we've been healing people only through being in their life for a certain amount of time. And sometimes our vibration is so strong that other people can take it, so they move away. And when you cannot understand this, why someone has left, why they go into their cave, why they run away, why they treat you in a way that is not really within integrity, it is because they're not there yet in that space. They might have the awareness of it. Some people don't know at all. Some people might be aware of it, and some people don't know at all. And like I said, but some people do know, and still, because they don't embody, they can't walk through it. They just can't. They just don't have the courage. They don't have the guts to speak a little less wisely. So because we had all these people in our lives and all these things, we might have come to a point when there was certain grief within us that we kept thinking, oh, is this all I have? Is this all that I'm ever going to get? You know, isn't this someone for me who is destined? You know, a lot of the people ask me questions on twin flames. And, you know, I'm going to speak more about this at the end of the video. But I just see this pattern in the society. A lot of the people is still seeking and searching for love externally, not within them. And I have found love within me like a while ago, and I have it, and that's why I am already called to share it with all of you into the world and have a beautiful, beautiful audience and people around me, because I'm called to do this, because I'm ready to do this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it, because all is aligned with the divine will and divine's plan. So all of us, we've had these relationships, we had heartbreaks, and we've oftentimes wondered why, you know, when people write to me, I've been single for so long, or I've been alone most of my life, I've been hermit most of my life. But the thing is, you know, we needed that phase to really become us, to really remember our purpose, because we came here for to just shine. You know, for instance, I'm oftentimes asking myself, why do I live in the city? I prefer mountains, because angelic energies will always choose the most dense environments to incarnate in, because we just come here and we shine. We shine. And that's all we need to do, hold vibration. And sometimes because we have such a deep love for everything and for all levels of creation and for people in our lives, especially those who we know we chose to experience something together with, we feel such a strong soul connection that we sometimes want to make things happen with them, even if it's not. And that's how it was happened a lot of the times with people, including myself. And that's why, I shared this with you, because if it wouldn't happen to me, it wouldn't be authentic. And I prefer to do things that way, because the only way that it's coming from the heart is when it's authentic. And a lot of the times when we've accumulated all of that was because we needed experience. For instance, if you're going to help other people to come through, I don't know, whatever, you need to have enough compassion on your own for you to really have compassion for them and understand them. That's what we go physically to these experiences. And that's why I say to all of you, it's not enough to have an energetic initiation and then think you've done in a rite of passage in an energetic form and shape. You just get the activation and the pull, but then you will have to walk through that initiation. So a lot of the people are also repeating their lessons because they have not learned it the first time. But the Ascension Pioneers were really fast with our pace, and sometimes it's kind of overwhelming for us. And a lot of the people were maybe exchanged in our vibratory field. A lot of people, they come and go, and you're like, oh, is ever the one going to come? Because we've chosen this. We've chosen to heal a lot of the people, to help them really to come deeper into ourselves. And we've chosen to exchange this energy with them, especially a different array of soul groups that is not similar to yours. So you would gain the learning, like I said in one of my previous videos, learning through opposites is what is really important here. And because all of that, a lot of people went through us energetically, and we might have accumulated some stuff. But now, this grief, this anguish, this pain, the bitterness doesn't serve us any longer. My latest experience has taught me so much that I know everything in advance. I always knew it. I always knew, but because I still wanted the experience, I went to it. I went into it. And that's why a certain veil of illusion then falls, because you want the experience and you need it for your highest good. That's why you go through it. That's why your guides will never give you the messages in advance. People want to know, who's my twin flame? Tell me. You cannot be told that. Otherwise, you wouldn't go through the initiations that lead you towards your highest vibration, the highest climbing towards your greatest beloved there is, the one true you, that is your other you. And you need this. You need these tiny steps towards it. And sometimes you might feel that it's harsh and it's so time sufficient in so many things. You don't want to go through it. You just want to either quit or you don't want to get it too fast, but you cannot really speed things up with this, because it's all in divine timing and divine plan when everything is just within this great puzzle, right? Isn't this awesome once you realize that? Because it's how it is. And only the light of the truth can set us free. And once we understand things and each of our connections that we've had and the people that came in our lives for a reason, sometimes for a season or a lifetime. And I feel that for a lot of us who have gone through this numerous amounts of times, now times are changing because we're already Ascension Pioneers. It was also in the latest channeling of the group Cassandra, and my light sister told me about that. We are already, although we don't know, we're already in the fifth dimension in awareness and how we live. But now we have to make physical, we have to make it physical, okay, basically, so to say. And because of that, a lot of things are changing. So a lot of these old things that we've known previously, like for instance, how we heal certain people, how we help them to trigger them, to uplift them in a way, certain things won't serve anymore, because now we're getting to a point in time and space when our way of service will change. Like my light sister told me that the Cassandra group, when they were asked the question, but if everybody awakens and what will we do? What will we do with the people? And they said, that's when your work just begins. And it's true, because we will be doing with our service more physical and more physical ways. And this is now going to change with all these shifts and alignments and squares, and especially relationships will change for us and for everyone. All those people who have not yet come through their fears, who have not yet done the cleansing and purging, are still beginning. And don't judge them, if they haven't lived up to your expectation or your match, because they are exactly where they need to be. And if you would just try to impose your truth on them, how can they get it if they're here and you're here and the truth is different? Because the truth is different on each level of awareness. So basically, about these hurts and pains and wounds, I was in this releasing mode myself this weekend. It was my birthday, and it was just immense because I devoted my time to it, and I was just alone on Sunday after my birthday. And on the day of my birthday, it was really amazing because my light sister took me out on the trip, but the next day I really spent alone and I just needed to heal. And I wrote on Facebook, I said, I need time to heal. I'm sorry. You can't be there for everyone if you are in your own healing space. You need that. We need to nurture ourselves and give us time to truly go through it, because I was always such a fast learner and wanted to experience things fast. Sometimes I was angry about that, but the soul wanted it this way in my body because I'm ready and because I can. So I was experiencing so many things and so many layers were falling off. I literally felt in my body tiny bubbles of the first base chakra. Those fears and beliefs went out. They were just being drawn from me, and these sensations went through my body. It was amazing, basically, what I was experiencing. So during the 24 hours, I was like this. I shifted. I felt, when I was in my worst, I felt this is never going to be over. It's never going to be over, I felt, but it was, after 24 hours, I was like, can I shift in 24 hours? I mean, like, wow, I thought it's going to take me at least a week. And no, because I devoted my time for it. That's why I want to read you a beautiful message that was sent to me today by a sister of light who is so kind and caring. Thank you, Joanne. If you're watching this, I'm sending a kiss especially to you because you're an awesome person and a beautiful spirit. And thank you for recognizing myself in you and vice versa. She wanted to, for my birthday, write me something because she felt warmth in her heart when she saw a message. She was guided to give it to me, and she felt it's true guidance. But then because the message was kind of, kind of sad in a way, as to what I was experiencing, because she knew it. She didn't want to give it to me. And she said, oh, it must be fake guidance. But then she listened to herself after I told her story and what happened. She was like, oh my God, it was true guidance. And, that's the way we get confirmation that we always must listen to our heart. Sometimes it's easy because we don't want to give up the old and we think, oh, what if something better won't come? No, you already know. Your soul knows your dream. I know. For me, I know. But sometimes, I get lost in these, what if not? What if not? Why? If the divine knows, and I know it because it's in me. It's from when I was, born. It's always in me. And if you look deep inside, you will feel it too. So she wrote me these two beautiful messages that were for the time of September 15th and 16th. And they were just amazing. And I would really like to read it to all of you because it's just amazing, really, what she wrote. Let me just find it. Okay. I'll try to find a bigger writing. Okay. On the page of September 15th, the title was, and listen, with your heart now, this is truly important on our path, okay? We're responsible for this. Heal Your Broken Heart is the title, and I was doing exactly that. And the September 16th was The Real Magic is About to Begin. It's the first one. Heal your broken heart. Your heart may have been broken many times. Some breaks hurt more than others, but each break caused a fracture, a weakness in your ability and willingness to love, trust, and heal. Don't shut down, don't go away, don't tell yourself my pain is not important, I'm stronger than that. That's just the way life is. Those are all lies we tell ourselves. So true. Lies to hide the pain of the break. The smallest betrayal unexpressed, at least to ourselves, and I was really betrayed in my situation and story, but I don't associate with stories. So this can cause damage to our hearts. Willingness is the key. Willingness to feel all we need to feel. Willingness to heal, to love again. To never quit. Never quit your dream. As you go deeper into your journey, deeper into your joy, go deeper into your heart. Mend and heal all those tiny break lines, all the fractures, all the cracks. As you go deeper into joy, you will go deeper into your pain, your grief, your losses. Don't be afraid. That doesn't mean you'll return to despair or that you'll forever be in grief and anguish. Take the time now to mend the break lines. Go deep with your heart to help it heal. Bury the broken dreams. Release the hurts. Acknowledge the betrayals. And then lightly, gently, with love, rub a golden layer of forgiveness and love around your heart. There comes a time in the journey to the heart when it is time to let it heal. The deeper we go into the healing, the freer will it be. We will be, the more we will know what we feel, and the more we will feel joy. That was the message for 15th. The 16th about the magic is, at some point in the journey, and this is the second part, when we already make the transition, it's how I feel. It's how it happened to me, and I'm so blessed. I am able to see the higher truth so fast, not see it, but feel it. That I can feel that state when you're in a peace of mind again. So at some point in the journey, we may become tired, weary, and confused, homesick. All the mountains, the scenery, the food, the people, the experiences just don't do it for us anymore. We want to go home. What am I doing here, we wonder. Nothing worthwhile is happening. Yet another part of us knows the truth. That's the part that always knows in me. And it whispers, yes, something is happening, something worthwhile. Feeling homesick is a part of the journey. It can mean we've reached a turning point. When we get to that place, a friend once said, it means that the journey has really just begun. It's true. Stay present to yourself and all your emotions. You've worked through so much. We have. Don't stop now. Getting through this point will turn your life around. You've learned and grown. You've worked so hard healing your heart and cleansing your soul. Your spiritual growth has been profound. But until now, all the work you've done has been to prepare you for where you're going. You've seen only a little of what life has to offer, and this sentence just speaks to my soul so much. You're about to walk through a door. Now that your heart is open, you'll see, touch, and know even more of life's wonders. It's the reward for where you've been, because you've opened your lotus. Keep feeling your feelings and trusting your guidance. Let the magic begin. So, this is from the book. Oh, I wrote it somewhere. Wait, I have to find it because I can see it. So, what was the book about? Something, The Journey to the Heart. Melanie Beatty? I think it's Melanie Beatty or something like that. Journey into Heart. It's a beautiful writing. And just after reading that, then this friend on Facebook asked me, he said he had dreamed about me, and then he said, how do you know? How do you know you're twin? How do you know? And because sometimes, people were disappointed, and he said someone told him that they're their twin, and he doesn't want to be disappointed and invest everything there, and then he'll just end up heartbroken again. And just yesterday, myself, I received the card, It's Safe to Love. And it is. After every experience, like I said, and this hurts, if you've not dealt yet with that hurt, you will not die freely in every relationship, because everyone is the now. Everyone is your beloved right now. That's what it's important. But your life partner is the one you've chosen to co-create here with and share purpose and support each other in all, in good or worse, happy, sad, good or bad. And that's what is important here and now, what we take from that experience. Not think about heartbreaks in advance. And I'm so lucky I don't do that, because I've had so many. And every time I delve into a relationship, I do it with grace. Because even if there's a veil, because at the beginning, I always feel, it's like, the last time this happened to me, I was like, it's not how I imagined, from the first second. But, I had to have the veil in order to go through the relationship. And it was like that with all my relationships. So we need that. And to think about the heart being broken in advance, it's a heart that is open fully and completely. Your beautiful radiant lotus does not do that. That is not the level of fifth dimension. So to be in the fifth dimension fully is to keep your heart open, not just have it open and then close again and do like that at all times, in all conditions, in all external realities, and all external matters. Situations, people, it doesn't matter. Hold the light, because that's what we came here, and that is what the descent of the spirit is. I was reading about this in my last video, A New Dawn for Ascension Pioneers, but you have to co-create this new dawn for yourself. It's not something that happens when the energies come, because if you're not ready, you will not deal with those energies. They will not, bring your healing, they will not stir it up inside you if you're not ready, and if your free will says no. Because a lot of people have free will, and when they meet us, they have a great opportunity to really learn something and see what is still there that needs cleansing. What is their crap, literally? Because, like I said, we've all, before we came here, needed to deal with our crap. We got it from all the beliefs and the systems and our parents, and maybe some people even from other past lives. It doesn't matter where it comes from, but it's not us. It's not the authentic us. So through these relationships and through all these broken heart experiences, we get deeper into ourselves. And we don't have to judge another for not being mature enough, or not being where we are on our journey, or not, fulfilling our desires, because we get to fulfill our desires. It's always been so. And one day, when both of us, with our partner, who we have chosen on a soul level to be with us and to help support us, each other, one another, they will come when we're both preparing for that. So my answer to the question, who's my twin, first of all, if someone tells you I'm your twin and you believe them because the person that said this to me said, well, this person is very intuitive, so I guess, I have to look into it. And I said, you know what? Never trust anyone from the external to tell you. And never say he is more intuitive, is better, is more connected. You're all connected. It's just that some people are easier to trust others over themselves because of the lack of self-esteem, because of so many insecurities in their own spirit. So what we have to do here is allow ourselves to feel through the heart, and the heart will always give you the first guidance through the first impulse of the body, of the mind, of the spirit, everything. The first response is the right one. You might forget it in between, and you go and fit into delusion because you're serving one another through a certain relationship, or they're helping you to learn something new, and you're helping them in order for you to prepare for your twin if this is your path. If not else, the twin that is you, your twin flame heart essence here. And there is no, how do I know who's my twin flame? And I've been saying this in all of my videos. You feel your twin. A sister of light has told me this today. She said, when you meet your twin, they literally knock you off your feet. It's an energetic thing, And I believe this because it's within me, this knowing. And I had a dream this summer on the seaside in the beginning of June. I was there for one day, sleep there, and the only dream that I have, the only night we stayed there was, I saw this man via the internet, and I just looked at him and was like, oh my God, it's just a magnetic pull, this immense attraction, or, just knowing each other, and just like you're just breathless, and that's the truth. And I think all of us will know when it's time for us to know. So all those of you who are still asking yourself, for instance, that a woman who was really brave with her story, and she also thought they're twin flames, and a lot of us have thought, for many probably, they were, in a way, they were showing you the twin flame within you. Doesn't mean that they're your twin flame, but they are your beloved in that time and space. They serve you and you serve them, and you love one another in that. And love is eternal. All love is eternal, never goes away. We all are connected through love divine of one. So that doesn't mean that they were wrong. How can you say that you are, then you're not? Because so many people think, and they say to me, or they write me, I've found my twin, I think, well, it's not a thinking thing. And it doesn't have to be hard. So many people claim that it's hard. Well, depending on the level of your crap, I would say. So I feel that a lot of the Ascension Pioneers who are doing their work are doing it exactly to be purified. When they actually do meet with their other half, which will show them all of their energy bounced back, they're going to be ready. So keep having this beautiful faith and trust. I hope the message that I read meant something to you, and mend your broken heart. It can happen like this. It doesn't have to be 1 week. It can be like this. Just feel your higher truth. But stay blessed, everyone, and much love. I'll talk to you soon. That's all I have to say for today. Bye.